I didn't think I wasted that much money. And honestly, I thought it was pretty normal. A takeaway here and there, buying little bits online, coffees, random stuff, nothing major. But then I actually paid attention to where my money was going for the past 30 days. And yeah, it turns out I was absolutely bleeding money and I didn't even realize it. And I'm sure you don't either. This wasn't some extreme challenge where I lived off beans on toast and sat in the dark to save electricity. I just wanted to stop wasting my money. That's it. Because I kept having this feeling that I work, I earn money, so why does it have to feel like there's none left? And I think lots of people are in the same position, not broke because they're reckless, just slowly leaking money every day and not realizing. The thing that started this was checking my banking app properly. Not a quick glance, actually going through it. And honestly, some of the stuff was embarrassing. Little payments everywhere. Subscriptions I've forgotten I even had. Random Amazon purchases. Or, in my case, Apple Pay. Apple bills. That's the big one. A takeaway because I couldn't be bothered to cook or couldn't bother to get anything in. And the scary thing is, none of it felt bad in the moment. And that's just how it gets you. Because wasting money rarely feels dramatic. It just feels normal because that's what you're doing every day. Takeaways were probably my biggest one, or such as things like when I'm at work, go into the shop and I'll get myself some food. Or I'll get myself a takeaway while I'm at work because I'm hungry instead of, making a packed lunch. That's a big one because you spend a lot because I'm going to services. And look, I'm not pretending I never want one again because when I'm at work, I get hungry and I want a takeaway. But when you actually add it up, it's mental. One takeaway doesn't seem bad, but then it becomes 2 a week. Then snacks, drinks, and then you've got delivery fees because you're ordering it. And suddenly you spent stupid money just because you didn't want to cook. Or for me, take a packed lunch to work. Then it hit me. And it hit me hard because half the time, I didn't even properly enjoy it. It was just a habit. And you don't enjoy it when you're ordering it so often. It seems like it's a normal thing. There's no enjoyment out of getting that takeaway. No, oh yes, we're having a takeaway tonight. It just becomes a norm and you don't enjoy having it. Another thing I realized, a lot of the stuff I bought wasn't because I needed it. It was just because I was bored or stressed or just trying to feel better for 5 minutes. Bit of online therapy, we all do it. And online shopping is way too easy. You can literally waste money while sat on the toilet and it's dangerous. And then again, none of it feels serious while you're doing it. It's just that, it's only 20 quid. Then there's another 20 and then another. And you don't think of the snowball effect of how much you're spending to eventually you look down the line, you're like, where's all my money gone? But this challenge made me realize something bigger. Most people aren't bad with money because they're stupid. They're bad with money because they're distracted. You're tired. You've worked all day. Life's stressful. So you stop thinking long term about what you're spending. You just do whatever feels easiest in the moment. And that's exactly me. And that's what the problem is. Like I said, I don't want to make the packed lunches the night before or in the morning before I go to work. And then I'll just go out and I'll spend 3 times the amount on a takeaway when there's no need. There's absolutely no need. And it just wastes money. It's so easily done. So easy. So I started thinking about my kids again, because every bit of money I waste now is money that could have gone towards their future. Money I could have saved aside for them in the future, or even possibly, I'm being selfish, me in the future. But it's this money that I didn't need to spend and I could have saved it aside. And it's a deep feeling thinking, oh, well, I've just wasted this money and that could have gone to the kids. But it's kind of true. So I started to think a little bit differently for this challenge. Not like I don't want to enjoy my life, But maybe stop acting like money magically resets every month, because it doesn't. Yes, you get paid, but all that money that you've wasted the month before is not coming back. And a lot of it, you can think back and think, I didn't need to spend that. There was no need to spend that. I should have done things a little bit differently. Like a packed lunch. Once again, this video should be called Packed Lunch. And weirdly, once I stopped wasting my money, I didn't even feel worse about it, which is like a surprising thing. I thought I would be, I'd feel restricted, miserable. But honestly, I felt a little bit more in control. The thing is, I like to cook. So not wasting that money on the takeaway gives me something I like to do more and enjoy cooking. So I get to cook more, which is something I really enjoy. And then having a little think before maybe I press the buy now online, and then paying attention to what I'm spending. And that alone changed quite a bit for me, because before this, money just came in and it just disappears. I think the real issue for most people, money becomes automatic. Earn, spend, repeat. No thought behind it. And then years go by and you're just wondering why nothing's changed. That's what's the scary thing. Not struggling for 1 month, struggling forever, because you never fix the habits that cause that to start with. Now look, I am still trying to figure this out. I'm not suddenly rich. I'm not some financial expert. Definitely not a financial expert, but at least I'm more aware than I was previously. And honestly, it's probably where changing your life starts. Just finally being honest with yourself and being a little bit more aware and conscious of the money that you spend, whether you need to or you don't need to spend that money. That's that little bit of awareness and thinking twice before pressing buy now or going and buying a takeaway that will cost you way more than just getting the ingredients yourself, because you were too lazy to go to the shop, because it's so easy just to order things to your house and then cooking the meal. And then when you cook the meal, you could also possibly have some left over that you could take for work the next day. So it's like a 2-for-1. Because then you don't need to go spend more money again for you the next day while you're at work. But anyway, I hope you all found that informative. Well, not so much informative, but, a bit of a kick like I did. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.